Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish to Use here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I'm going to be doing a review on Borderlands. So, Borderlands is the latest video game adaptation film based on the popular game series Borderlands, and is directed by Eli Roth. Yes, the same director who gave you films like House of the Clock with its walls, Thanksgiving, which is my favorite Eli Roth film, Death Wish, Knock Knock, and his most popular film, Cabin Fever, which I think is meh. And it stars. Wait, let me go over this. Okay, here. Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis, Edgar Ramirez, Ariana Greenblatt, Florian Montino, Gina Gershon, Haley Bennett, etc. And so the film tells the story of this bounty hunter named Lilith, who is sent on a mission to save and protect protect the daughter of Atlas, named Tiny Tina, who holds the power to open the vault, because she is Atlas's not just her daughter, but there's like some secrets revealed that I won't spoil. But yeah, so yeah, I'm now working alongside Lilith and Tiny Tina's a ragtag group of heroes. A soldier named Roland, a scientist named Dr. Patricia Tanis, Tiny Tina's sidekick Krieg, and the scientist Dr. Patricia Tanis. And so yeah, they must work together in order to be able to reach the vault and open it while facing against while facing off against Atlas armies or henchmen who apparently are hunting down the team. So yeah, now I don't have that much of a connection with Borderlands. When I said that Borderlands is a popular video game franchise, I just mean it by name. But actually, from what I heard, people say not a lot of people actually play the Borderlands games. It's not a lot of people play it. I heard that it's not popular. So a lot of people were questioning the fact that they made a movie out of it. And I don't blame people if they've never heard of Borderlands or have never played the game, because I don't have that much of a background. In fact, there is actually only one Borderlands game I played, and that is Borderlands 2, aka with the game that everyone considers to be the best Borderlands game. And I can totally see why. I can see it happening, because I do know about the other Borderlands games, like Borderlands 3, the pre-sequel one, and Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I'd actually be curious to play Tiny Tina's Wonderland at some point, because Tiny Tina is my personal favorite character in the games. It's like either her or Lilith neck to neck. So yeah, now I didn't play Borderlands 2 a lot. I actually did not own Borderlands 2, but I actually would play it with my friends. Yeah, back in 2019 when I was grade 9. Yeah, my friends, a friend of mine in school had the Borderlands game, so I got to play with them. It was actually cool. And so yeah, when I heard that Eli Roth was directing a Borderlands movie, despite Eli Roth not being the best director, not being that good of a director, I actually was kind of interested in this one, because it's Eli Roth doing an action sci-fi film, and y'all know that action sci-fi is one of, if not my favorite genre. So I was kind of interested, mainly because of the genre itself. Now, as for my thoughts on Eli Roth as a director, yeah, like I said, he's not that good as a director. Do I think he's one of the worst directors of all time? Not really. But I do think that he had more misses than hits, unfortunately. So he might be one of the weaker directors. But it is, admittedly, it is a little tough for me to handpick which one I think is the worst director. There's some directors who I think are way worse. Like Paul W.S. Anderson. He's never made a good movie in his life. Like director of the Resident Evil films, with all of them suck. And don't get me started on Monster Hunter. Ugh. Michael Bay is right up there, as because his bad movies overshadows good ones. But at least Michael Bay made good movies like Bad Boys and Armageddon, which is his best film. The Rock, and I even defend Pearl Harbor. Yes, that's right, guys. I defend Pearl Harbor. And then there's the worst director, one someone who I consider my least favorite director, Waldorn. Like, don't get me started on what don't get me started on what he did, and maybe Chris Renard, but at the same time he did direct Despicable Me 1 and 2. So yeah, Kyle Balda's another shitty director. Ugh. So yeah, I mean, what the point I'm trying to make is that Eli Roth, I think there are way worse directors than Eli Roth, but yeah, Eli Roth, he made his best films are rather decent or okay at best. Like The House with a Clock on Its Walls is okay, but yeah, Thanksgiving, I mentioned earlier, I forgot that did I? Because Thanksgiving is my favorite Eli Roth movie. It's not great, but it's a hell of fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it for what it is. So yeah. Now yes, the Borderlands trailer did look good. I actually really enjoyed that trailer. Not that I was expecting it to be one of the best movies of the year, or I was like highly anticipating it to be like one of the greatest video game movies of all time. But yes, I was actually looking forward to this film as a fun film. I was hoping that this movie would be fun. Now, when it comes to your video game track records, video game adaptations have been like good lately. They've been having a change and shift. Sure, yeah, we got Five Nights, that piece of shit Five Nights at Freddy's, which, yeah, I was too generous to Five Nights at Freddy's. Back then when I gave it a mediocre rating, now I think it sucks, and I will rant on it in Halloween season. And then but besides that, there's films like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. There's the Sonic films, like the second one specifically, and the third one about to come out in December. You got Gran Turismo, which isn't that much of a video game movie, but it is a movie based on a video, like it is a movie that has the same title as its video game counterpart, so it kind of counts. And then you also got the video game TV show adaptations, which I think video game TV show adaptations are better than movie adaptations. Like Last of Us, Arcade, Fallout, etc. So yeah, now, but even though people have been liking video game movies a lot lately, unfortunately, this film is actually considered to be one of the worst video game movies of all time. And some even go as far as calling this the worst movie of the year. Even like in the same year when we got Megamind versus the Doomsday Kid, I heard people even say that they'd rather watch Megamind 2 than this, which is way too harsh. Yeah. Last Thursday, this film's Rotten Tomatoes score had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, really, Rotten Tomatoes? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, you would have thought that I would like initially decline my anticipation for it, but no, I actually rebelled against Rotten Tomatoes, saying that they're way too harsh in it. There's no way that it's going to be that bad. And as of now, it has a 6% Rotten Tomatoes. The same Rotten Tomatoes score as the Emoji Movie. Like, holy shit. Like, it's actually lower than both Megamind 2, yeah, and Madam Web. Even though I don't think Madam Web is as bad as everyone else says it is, yeah. It is so extreme and toxic, and all people are like saying, it's worse than Hitler, it's worse than demons, it's the worst thing in existence, it's a crime against humanity, it should be illegal. I was like really curious about what is it that's really offending people, what is so offensive about this film. And I saw the movie. Oh boy, this is not gonna be pretty. Okay, well, you might think, wait, you hate the movie Frozen? You might think I hate the movie, don't you? Well, there's a reason it's not a rant. Because this is going to be one of the most controversial movie opinions I will ever have. And this makes me want to do a list of the most controversial movie opinions because, oh boy, it's not gonna be pretty. You guys are not gonna like me for this, but I liked Borderlands. Yeah, I know. Come at me, oh boy. Your haters are gonna destroy me. I know I'm gonna get destroyed, but yeah, I'm certainly the only one. Well, my friends, my good friends, online, liked it. So there's that. But yeah, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. So yeah, now, is it a great movie? No. It's not a great movie. It's not quality filmmaking. It's not quality storytelling. Yeah, don't expect going to this film expecting quality in movie. It's certainly not that. I kind of see it not being quality. Yeah, and it's not even the best Eli Roth movie. That still goes to Thanksgiving. But really, this is the movie that you think is the worst video game movie? Like, you think that this is a crime against humanity? That this is one of the worst things humans have ever done? You think that this is one of the most offensive movies ever made? You think that this is a movie that really offended you so much that you'd even go as far as calling it the worst movie of the year in the same year that gave us Mega Man vs. the Doomsday? And in my personal opinion, Despicable Me 4, the worst movie I've ever seen. Despicable Me 4 should have gotten a 0%. Well, I know it's just a me thing with my Despicable Me 4 hate. I mean, I know that Despicable Me has its fans, so that's impossible. But you know what movie should have gotten the Borderlands hate treatment? Harold and the Purple Crayon. Why didn't that film get like a 6% Rotten Tomatoes? Why this? Or heck, even Sammy Bikini Bottom Sandy Cheeks movie. How the fuck does Sammy Bikini Bottom have a 56% Rotten Tomatoes, a score higher than Wish? Why? Like, what is wrong with Rotten Tomatoes these days? Like, Borderlands is not a 6%. Yeah, I can see it being rotten like 40s or 50%, but 6%, no. No, I mean, you guys are high. Seriously, I'm sorry, but you guys are freaking high. There's no way that this is a disgrace. Like, and the reasons I hear is that, oh, it's so bland and so generic. Really? 6% for that? That reason alone is a 6%. My God. Seriously, you guys need to chill out. I'm sorry, but yeah, you guys are seriously overreacting. It's just a movie, and it's harmless. There's nothing offensive about it. If you think it's boring, if you think it's bland, fine. But there's nothing offensive about it. There's nothing in the film that screams it's one of the lowest rated movies ever. Yeah, so yeah, now it's just my opinion. Sorry if I bash your opinion. I just did it just for fun, yeah. I only lashed out on the haters of this film just for fun, so don't just take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, while it's not the quality, a quality movie like what I said, Borderlands was fun and enjoyable. Yeah, it doesn't deserve to be the lowest rated movies in history. But okay, just because this movie is panned big time, I will start off with my negatives. Yeah, because there definitely are negatives with the film. Yeah, the story is bland, generic, and lazily written. Yeah, there's no denying that. Yeah, the story is not very good. Yeah, it was not a very good story. Yeah, it's basically just this ragtime that group of heroes, who hunters, soldiers and all that stuff. They go on this quest to to open the vault. And it basically comes off as a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff, which is basically what you normally hear. That it's basically a copy of Guardians of the Galaxy. I can totally actually see that. Now, I wouldn't complain about it as much as, Despicable Me 4 ripping off Incredibles 2 or How the Purple Crayon ripping off Barbie. It's not much of a big deal as those, but yeah, I can kind of. It is noticeable that it is like a very generic story. That is, it's not bad, but it's just lazy. Yeah, that's the best way to describe the story. It's pretty lazy. And also, what else? The villain is so forgettable. So the villain is actually played by Edgar Ramirez, and he's like Atlas. He's like the father of Tiny Tina. Now there is a reveal on what exactly makes Atlas the father of, sorry, helicopter. So yeah, now as I was saying, yeah, there is a reason as to why Atlas is actually the father of Tiny Tina. What makes Tiny Tina his daughter? I'm not gonna give away any major spoilers. Even though there's not a lot of things to spoil about, but there is like a reveal as to like who exactly Tiny Tina is. And it does make sense, but at the same time, yeah, Atlas is just nah, like he's just not a good villain. He's very boring and bland. And Edgar Ramirez probably gives the worst performance of the cast. He's like, so I'm gonna destroy the world. I need it to open the boat. Yeah, and he was like he's barely in the film. He only has like 3 screen times throughout the beginning, where he like recruits Lilith to find the Tiny Tina. The second appearance in a hologram sending a message to Lilith, and then you got the final battle. Yeah, but most of the time, yeah, there is a lot of action, but it's mainly the henchmen. Yeah, there is barely anything. Also, his powers were like all he does is just like shoot his only power is basically to just control the ship, to shoot it down. Kind of similar to Avengers Endgame. Like remember where Thanos' ship like rained fire and blew up everything? It's basically that ship. Yeah, I think I copied Endgame for some reason. And yeah, now there was a dull moment like towards the third act, like after that underground fight scene where they fought a bunch of guys living underground, and then they got out. Yeah, I'll admit that it did go downhill. Like I noticed that I was having a little less fun because a vast majority of the fun in the movie took place in the first half. So the second half did kind of go downhill. But thankfully I did pick up. But thankfully the movie did pick up in the climax. And also, speaking of bad performance I mentioned earlier, Jamie Lee Curtis, oh boy, yeah, she did not fit as Patricia Dennis. I mean, she should have been like in her 50s. I mean, I didn't mind Kate Blanchett as Lilith, despite she's in her 50s and the cast was in her 20s, but like, I think, someone else should have played Patricia Dennis. Like, if I were to personally cast Patricia Dennis, I would probably cast Winona Ryder. Okay, well, but then like she's in Beetlejuice, so I don't know, someone else, but I guess Winona Ryder would actually make a great Santos, but maybe she would have been in this film if it wasn't for Beetlejuice, but I think she's better off in Beetlejuice, so yeah. Like, but not Patricia Tan, not Jamie Lee Curtis. She does not fit the role at all, and her performance did not help one bit. Unlike another actor, which I get to later, who I did not like the idea of putting him in the film, but at least this actor actually surprised me. But Jamie Lee Curtis, no, not at all. And yeah. That's all the flaws I have with the film. Yeah, that's all. That's everything when it comes to my flaws. So now let's get into what exactly I liked about the film. Yeah. The film it's harmless fun. Yeah, like what I said, it's harmless fun, and it doesn't really do anything else other than be fun. But as someone who likes dumb fun movies, yeah, this movie was it for me. This movie was for me personally, and yeah. Now, yeah, there was nothing offensive about the film at all. Now, yeah. Now, continuing on with you talking about the cast in the film, they gave great performances. Yeah. Besides Jamie Lee Curtis and Edgar Ramirez, I liked all the other performances from the main cast. You got Florian Montino, who was a perfect Krieg, a perfect choice, one of the best casting choices in the film. And then there was Kevin Hart, who was probably the biggest surprise of the film for me, because remember when I said earlier that there was one actor who I doubted but actually was surprised by his performance? It's actually him. Like that's actually who I was talking about. It's actually him. Yeah, the one who I was personally surprised about. So yeah, yeah, Kevin Hart, sure, his performance isn't anything great or groundbreaking, but his performance was pretty solid for the most part. I did enjoy seeing his performance. Sure, he's not funny. This is actually one of his more serious roles. Like I thought he was going to be, I thought he was going to be annoying, but actually he wasn't at all. Like I'm actually glad that Kevin Hart actually put some effort into his performance. But then the standouts comes to like the comes to Kate Blanchett and Ariana Greenblatt. Yeah. Now Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina is probably the best casting choice, the most fitting casting choice in this film. I actually really dug the hell out of that casting choice of Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina. I like it a lot. It was actually a really good casting choice, and I'd say both Kate Blanchett and Tiny Tina and Ariana Greenblatt are the standouts of the film. Now, is it her best performance? No. That still goes to Sasha from Barbie, but I think Tiny Tina is one of her better roles, honestly. And Kate Blanchett, sure, Kate Blanchett is not the best choice for Lilith. Not my number one favorite choice, but she did a good job with Lilith, and she put some effort. And yeah, she's my Borderlands crush, honestly. She's my Borderlands crush, yeah. And especially when she turns into the Firehawk at the end, and she had this like dress reveal. She is damn sexy. Oh yeah, and also another standout is Jack Black as Claptrap. Jack Black actually did a really good job as voicing Claptrap, and Claptrap is one of my favorite characters in the film, alongside Lilith and Tiny Tina, and yeah, Claptrap is he's annoying, but he's supposed to be annoying even in the games. That's really his character, and let me tell you all right now, his jokes actually work for me. Yeah, I was like thinking maybe the humor is not gonna be funny. No, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny. Sorry about that. Yeah, he was actually funny in the movie, and his jokes actually land. His jokes actually landed, and I was actually laughing at this. Like the funniest scene in the film was when like Claptrap was like roasting the shit out of those thugs in the underground area where they were like in the middle of the film. Yeah, that actually got me like laughing so hard. Yeah, that was so funny. And by the way, to those of you who criticize Tiny Tina and Claptrap for being annoying, just know that they're supposed to be annoying in the games. And I'd say that Tiny Tina was more annoying in the games than in the movie. So yeah, I don't think you're gonna like the games. Or rather, if you actually see Tiny Tina in the games, maybe it'll help you realize that Tiny Tina was actually supposed to be annoying. So yeah, there's that. But definitely the best aspect of the film it is the action. Really good action. Yeah. The action scenes were so much fun. They were such a blast. Especially the final battle with Lilith turning to Firehawk, my personal favorite scene in the film. And then there was also scenes like, the car chase scene and the underground fight scene. There was almost non-stop action here. Maybe the scenes that weren't action scenes were like the best, but but I really enjoyed the hell out of the action scenes. And yeah, it was almost nonstop. Yeah, there were a lot of action. So yeah, I don't know how people say this is boring. There's nothing like it wasn't that boring. Maybe except for one scene which I mentioned earlier, that almost brought the film down. Yeah, the action scenes. Yeah, the action isn't just fun, but it had a distinct style to it where it makes you feel like you're actually playing the Borderlands games. And despite me saying that it's not quality filmmaking, there were some filmmaking choices in the film where I was like, ooh, that's actually a cool and clever filmmaking choice. I like this. But yeah, but not saying much. Like I gave an example in my Letterboxd review, but maybe I probably won't do it in this video. So overall, while Borderlands isn't a film you go in and expect quality, it was a fun time and probably my guilty pleasure of the year alongside Trap. But yeah, I mean, it's not. It has a weak story, weak villain, some dull moments, and some actors who did not fit the role as their respective characters. But it did make up for it with just being fun, and it's not boring. Yeah. Again, I would have been fine if you don't like the film, but I just think that you're overreacting a little too much. So with that said, I'm going to give Borderlands a 3.5 stars out of 5. Good movie, good fun movie. So also for my review of Borderlands, what are your thoughts on the film? Do you hate this film as much as the general consensus do, or do you agree with me that Borderlands is actually kind of underrated and fun? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Aliens. And yeah, I was supposed to review Aliens yesterday, but actually I ended up seeing Borderlands. I was supposed to see Borderlands today, but then I decided to watch it yesterday instead because my dad wanted to watch Borderlands at first, but then after seeing the reviews, he didn't want to watch it anymore. So I watched it myself yesterday. So anyways, bye guys.